when he turned 19 years old, well, actually he was 18 when we applied for PWD, and then we started looking for funding. I guess we're going to do that new thing. I think it's called IF right now. She said, I think that's what we're going to do. And she says, you know about looking after employees and stuff, and really I didn't. But I said, yeah, I do. So I thought anything to get my son services. I took a course right away on PATH that was going on in our community. I know I heard the service providers saying that the path was unrealistic for the people that they worked with, and that they didn't think it was okay for them to dream about fishing all day because that just wasn't practical. Who's going to take them fishing all day, sort of thing. But for me, I felt like it was a way for my son to tell me what he wanted in his life. And I was very surprised actually about the things that he did want when I took time to listen to him. And some of the things he did want was he did want to work at Tim Hortons. He did want to work at the city. He wanted to be a hockey player. He wanted to have animals in his life. He wanted to work with pets. And so the big part of it was that we put that all together, and then my facilitator at the time, she put together a plan. And then I waited a couple months. And then I phoned her and I said, well, what about this plan? How are we putting this plan forward? He started doing all these things in the community, and people would come to me and they'd say to me, well, it's too bad Jamie doesn't have a program. All I ever do is see him downtown at the pool. Or I see him with the Grizzlies, always helping out with the water. You know, like he was doing all these things and he was in the community. And the part that I really enjoyed was that he could not walk down the street without someone coming up and giving him a big hug, or a hello, or a hey Jamie, or hey Jamo across the street, because he really was in the community. He really was there in it, and he wasn't in a separate program. And still, he even said to me sometimes, Mom, I don't want to be with the other people, because he'd see them in a group walking down the street, walking behind their worker. He would say, I don't want to be in that group. I'm not like that. And so he had already started to see himself as being somebody who was essential in our community in Revelstoke. When we moved to Chilliwack, I knew it was going to be a little bit harder, but there were things that I wanted to do in Chilliwack too. One was I wanted to be close to my other children, and for him to be a part of family. And that his nation, his band, Douglas Band, is close to there, and I wanted him to participate in some of the cultural events there. And I wanted him to be with his people and to see them, and for them to see him as well, right? Just to be a part of that community. That was important to me. And I couldn't have done that if he was in block funding. Because when I left Revelstoke and came to Chilliwack, I took my funding with me. And then I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried, well, where is he going to land up? He's not going to have a program. No, I knew he was going to have a program. I knew it would be what I saw, or what I wanted, or what we wanted together. But I knew that there would be a program there. And the other thing he does is he plays hockey on Monday afternoons with a grown-up men's team. And I don't know if any of them have disabilities or not, but it's just a whole bunch of men who get together on Monday afternoons and play hockey together, and he's a part of that. So, you know, it was something I didn't know about, and I kind of went into blindly, but I'm glad I'm there. And when Jamie takes a holiday and we go to wherever, Disneyland or Palm Springs we were at last, whenever we go there, his worker stops working. It's not the other way around, because that's how it was the other way around, right? She had 2 weeks off, so he had no service for 2 weeks. I talk to my worker and I say to her, well, this is what we're going to do now. Do you want to take time off? What do you want to do? And so it's around him. And if he's sick, the program stops. It doesn't keep going. He doesn't miss anything. He learns how to cook. He has his own bank account. And out of my 4 kids, only his sister, who's 36 years old with their own children, and him have a balanced account. And he can even buy the other ones coffee or lunch, because he knows how to look after his money, and he knows how important it is to earn that money and to have it and to spend it for what he needs. And he'll tell me too, Mom, I want to buy, he told me I want to buy hockey pads next with my next check. And I said, okay, we'll buy hockey pads. So he has a voice in what he spends his money on. And the one thing that I realized that sort of was an aha moment for me when we started doing this was that if it doesn't work, then change it, right? Do something else. We don't have to continue doing this forever, because he was in a program where he did recycling, and he did recycling every day, right? Every time he went out with his worker, he was doing recycling. That was when he was in high school. He hated it. So if he hates Rona, then let's change it and let's do something else. But he told me the other day he wants to work at the Ford dealer too, so. Yeah, so that's just kind of where we are now, and I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.